aboard to yell all aboard. When I count to 3, we'll get this thing rolling. So again, yell all aboard when I count to 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
All aboard!
Come on, let's get going. The day's been pretty good. The rain has actually held off. It was supposed to start raining a lot earlier today. So, actually a good thing. Now, if you follow the path that's off to my right here, you will find our gator swamp. And inside of our gator swamp, there's a lot of green stuff floating around, and that is called duckweed. Duckweed is a sign of a very healthy swamp. And it's also something that we feed to our flamingos, which you'll see through the bushes and trees off to the right. Now, flamingos actually get their color from the food that they eat. Flamingos will come in a wide array of colors. When they are born, they are all white for about the first year and a half, 2 years of their lives. And after that is when they finally start to get their color. And depending on what they eat, they'll be all different shades of pink, orange, or red. Over there to the left, that is where you'll find our American black bears. Now, it doesn't appear like we're going to see them from the train right now, but our black bears are young and they do love to play. Quite often you'll go back in there and you'll find them either chasing each other around or wrestling. Plenty of find them climbing the train into the center of their enclosure. Now, our black bears are part of our predator zone, and also in our predator zone we have 2 lions, 1 male and 1 female. And lions are the only big cat species where you can easily tell the difference between the male and the female. Of course, the male has that big brown mane. And over to the right there, you will find the carousel, and behind the carousel, you can find our children's zoo where you can pet and brush some of our farm animals. Now, over to the left here, this enclosure that's on the corner of the building, this is where you will find our Malayan tigers. Now, one of the cool things about a tiger is you actually shave all their fur off. You actually find that their skin is also striped. And there are more tigers kept as pets than there are tigers out in the wild. Now, it is estimated that there is as little as 3,200 tigers left out in the wild. And if you compare that to 100 years ago, it's estimated that there was well over 100,000 tigers out in the wild. Now, over the left through those bushes and trees, that is where you will find our zebras. Now, a zebra stripe pattern is very similar to our fingerprints. Only one zebra has that exact pattern. And also, zebras are black with white stripes. They are definitely black with white stripes. Now over to the left here, this enclosure is empty today, but it is a giraffe enclosure. Now you can still find our giraffes over in their main enclosure, including our baby giraffe named Griffin. Now Griffin was born on January 1st, 2014. And when he was born, he was 6'2" and 140 pounds. Now he's almost 10 feet tall. And because Griffin was born on January 1st, he actually has the distinction of being the very first giraffe born in North America this year. He also has the distinction of being the very first baby born in the city of Birmingham. He was born at 12 a.m. on New Year's Day. Now, he's not the only animal born on a holiday here at the zoo. We do have a baby DeBrazos monkey in our primates building who was born on Memorial Day this year. We also have 3 red river hogs who were all born on July 4th, 8 years ago. And because they were born on July 4th, their names are Star, Spangled, and Banner. Now the enclosure over here to the left, it's about 4 acres in size, and that's because it holds Earth's largest land animals, the African bush elephant. Now, in the wild, African bush elephants will walk around 25 miles every day looking for food and water. Now, of course, they don't have to walk that far here at the Birmingham Zoo, and that's because our zookeepers feed them extremely well. In fact, each one of our elephants will eat well over 150 pounds of food every day and drink over 25 gallons of water. Now the elephant that you see up there with his trunk up swaying back and forth near the gate, that is Milwaukee. He is our oldest and our largest elephant here at the zoo. He is 33 years old and he weighs about 13,000 pounds. I notice he's missing his right tusk as well. He actually fell on that right tusk when he was 4 years old, and it broke bad enough that it was never able to grow back. Now, elephants are naturally a darker gray color. Of course, you'll notice our elephants have a little bit of brownness to them, and that's because they like to throw dirt and mud on themselves. It helps them keep warm when it's a little bit cooler. It also helps them keep cool when it's a little bit warmer. Our elephants sleep at night. Behind that building is where you will find our hippopotamus. Now, our hippopotamus's name is Tadpole. And Tadpole is a great name for a hippopotamus because, like tadpoles, hippos love the water. Now, elephants and hippopotamuses and rhinoceroses are all part of the pachyderm family. And pachyderm literally means thick skin. In fact, the rhinoceros's skin will be 2.5 inches thick in some places. But if you compare that to a human skin will only be about 6.5 millimeters thick at our thickest locations, and that's on the bottom of our feet and the palms of our hands. Now over to the left here in this first enclosure, these are red-crowned cranes. Right on the top of their head, they do have a red spot, and that red spot is featherless. It's the color of their skin. And during mating season, that red can become much, much brighter. And the black you see on their back end is actually part of their wings, not part of their tail. Now the next enclosure here, these are the white-naped cranes. And that's because the nape of their neck, or the back of their neck, is completely white. This part of the train trip is my favorite, and that's because we have a lot of natural wildlife back here on a regular basis. Not only do we see squirrels and chipmunks and other little birds and things like rabbits and cardinals and robins, but we see a couple owls back here. Now, they're barred owls that we have living back here. I know there's at least 2. They sometimes hang out on the exact same branch. Now, we've also seen a falcon back here, an eagle. And we've also seen a couple copperhead snakes sitting right on the tracks back in September. We've also seen a couple minks back here running through the woods, and sometimes they'll come all the way up near the swan pond that's right near the train station to get some of the fish. We also have a great blue heron that goes and hangs out with the swans as well. And of course we have lots of hawks that fly around here, of course, because we have a lot of squirrels and chipmunks here too. And over to the left on the other side of these cement walls, that is where you will find our 3 rhinoceroses. We do have one male, his name is Max, and we have 2 females. One of our females' name is Laptop, and she was named Laptop because her parents were named Max and Tosh. And her other female is named Ajabu. Now, Ajabu means surprise in Swahili, and she was named Surprise or Ajabu because nobody even knew that her mom was pregnant until one day a zookeeper came into work and surprise, Ajabu was born. again, my name is Thomas, and thank you for riding the Red Diamond Express here at the Birmingham Zoo today. I hope you have a great rest of this now wet Saturday and a very, very safe trip home. Now that the train has come back to a complete stop, if you complete